Good morning, everybody. It has been some busy time right now for us. I'm in my greenhouse and it has changed quite a bit from previous videos. I've not really shown the greenhouse, but I'm going to show the greenhouse today because it is almost where it's like almost where I want it. My husband has built this marvelous table over here and is very, very sturdy. I love it. I can put so many seed trays up there and start my seeds. And then over here, he put in a window unit for me. We have a canning station over here. It's a grill top. It works. I cooked dinner out here the other day. I did a whole bunch of hamburgers for my family because we're a big family, and that made it so much easier. I did our potatoes, I did mushrooms and onions and hamburgers all right here. It was marvelous. I loved it. And then on this side, I will be doing my pressure canning. And then as things come off, I'll set them over here on the wood table. So that's the greenhouse. And I'm absolutely in love with it. He also put in a fan up there, but that's been up there for a while. He put a vent in at the other end. So out here in the garden, things have just really taken off. I'm really loving it. So let me flip the camera around and we'll just do a real quick garden tour. Okay, so here we have the okra bed, and it goes all the way down, probably about 16 feet. There's 3 main rows, and this is the spineless something or another. I can't really remember. I saved seeds from this every year, and I just replant it, and I don't have the package anymore. And I wasn't smart enough to write it down and keep it in a safe spot. So this down here is a burgundy okra. I could only get 4 of them to sprout. This is my goji and wheat. And then over here we have some winter acorn. I have some burgundy beans that I got from Haas Tools this year. Over here I have my sweet potato patch. And again, I have about 16 feet, 2 rows. There's 40 slips in this bed. And then over here, I also have 40 more slips. Oh, funny story right here. Well, I was watering the garden out here the other day, and the little girls decided that they would like to play in the water. and create this really big, huge crevasse and waller in it. They had water all the way down over here. You see where I tried to put some straw down. Actually, I was just sinking so deep right there, I had to put something down to save my life. Here's a clip of that. Yeah, fun times. All right, so moving on. Over here we have our pumpkins. Some of these are doing really sad down here. I just didn't get them in the ground quick enough. So I need to come through and pick all those blossoms off and water them a little heavier. Some more goji. Water them a little heavier, and I think they'll be okay. This is the baby bawn, fairy tale, both pumpkins. This one, I believe, is the Amish pie pumpkin, and this is an heirloom cantaloupe. There's like 3 or 4 plants there. Also, down the back of my fence line, I have planted periodically okra. So, trying to just get some height back there, and I also had like 150 okra plants that I had to find a spot for. This over here is my cricket neck squash. This down here is my zucchini. It's doing great. Let's get up in here and see what's going on. We have lots of male blooms. I was in here the other day and I was able to find some female. Oh, there's a female right there. Right there. You see the stem is much larger. Male, female. Male and female. So, yeah, they're doing great. About 3 weeks after I planted those zucchini, I planted these zucchini. And I'm fixing to start some more zucchini so we can get those out. On this side of the garden, I have some more sweet potatoes. I just have some more sweet potatoes growing down here. The local feed store asked me if I had room for some more, and of course I did, and so I got some more sweet potatoes. Probably way more sweet potatoes than what my family can eat, but that's okay because we can bless other people with them. So I came back over here to talk to you guys a little bit about my tomatoes. I normally don't string them up like this. I do it a little bit differently. However, this year I put in a lot more tomatoes than what I normally put in, by about 150. And yes, that was on purpose, mostly. So I decided to try a new method. Here in Oklahoma, we get a lot of high winds, and I was a little concerned that this system wouldn't hold up to our winds. The other night we had, I guess it was really a windstorm because I only got like 1/8 of an inch of rain, so I can't really call it a rainstorm. So we got all these high winds come through, and half of my garden is strung up like this, and half of it is nothing. You can see these were all standing nice and tall and straight and beautiful, and they were doing a great job. Now they're all laying over from the wind. this poses a couple of problems for me. The stalks on these plants are really, really thick, and as you can see, some of them are bent over in an L shape. And they might break when I go in and straighten them up. So I've been rooting the suckers. Yes, I've been rooting the suckers to make more plants, just in case I break these and kill them. All right, so that's on the agenda this week, is to get all of these strung up, like these over here, and make them beautiful. They're already beautiful. I can't do anything more to make them more beautiful. And it has been blazing hot, like in the upper 90s. So what is that, Celsius? In the 30s to mid 30s. I'll have to double check that. I'm not very good at Celsius. All right, so this is my front yard garden and my original gardening space. This is where it all really started. I dabbled in gardening before we moved here 14 years ago, but not on this kind of scale. And it makes me chuckle. I had a huge garden back then, and in my brain I had a huge garden back then, and it was amazing and it was awesome, and I learned so much. But I look up back on pictures and I think, wow, this has grown so much. Out here, I have no rules. None whatsoever. If you want to grow, you'll grow. Unless you are nutgrass or crabgrass, or the creepy crawly grass. I will plant tomato plants, and I will plant potatoes, and I will care for you, and I will love you, and I will feed you, and I will grow you, and I have onions over here as well. But if you're a sunflower plant and you have reseeded yourself for the last 6 years, you have a home here. I also let the dock grow. I let the tomatoes just do whatever they want to do, and you can see them just all over. I do not prune them. I do not train them. I do not do anything to them. I just let them be.